Welcome back to my kitchen, Judy's Keto Kitchen. Today I'm making something a little strange. Our basil plants are going crazy, and today I made 3 jars of pesto. And here's one of them. I made 3 of these today because it's just going nuts. And then Carl says, "Have you ever made pesto ice cream?" I've made garlic ice cream. I've made lavender ice cream. In Seattle, there was this restaurant that had this garlic festival every year, and they had garlic ice cream, so I've made that. Yes, it does taste good, so I'm like, why not? Let's try basil ice cream. So, I am dairy-free, so I have in here a can of coconut cream, which is all lumpy and everything, but I'm heating it up. I'm going to heat it up just till it's warm, and it will all be perfectly smooth by then. And the coconut cream I like to use is Thai Kitchen. Now I have the basil here, and I'm going to, I have I think 10 basil leaves. And I'm going to julienne. Yes, there are some stems, but that's okay, because the stems have flavor too. I'm just going to cut them julienne. Oh, that smells so good. I love basil. The coconut cream is warm, but not hot. I did not boil it. So now what I'm going to do is well, the pan's hot. I'm going to add the basil. I'm going to let the basil steep in the coconut milk. You'd probably do it at least a couple hours. I'm going to do this overnight. So I'm actually going to just steep the basil in the coconut cream, and I will be making the ice cream tomorrow. So I will see you back tomorrow to finish the basil ice cream, and we'll taste it and see if it's any good. Welcome back. It's the next day, and I'm going to continue making my basil ice cream. And I have the coconut milk that I have infused with the basil. It's been sitting overnight, and so now I'm going to add that to my Vitamix. I am going to keep the basil in there, and the Vitamix will pulverize it. To that, I'm adding 45 grams of xylitol. Now, my written instructions are going to say use more xylitol. I have cut back on the use of sugar alcohols, so I'm also going to add a squirt of vanilla stevia. If you have dogs, do not use xylitol. I would recommend allulose. Erythritol will make it very crystallized. So xylitol and allulose are the best for ice cream. And then I'm adding 6 egg yolks. I'm going to blend this up till it's nice and smooth. And I'm not going to make you sit here while I blend it up. It's going to be very noisy. So I'm going to blend it up, and then we'll go to the next step. So I got my insert for my ice cream maker out of the freezer. It's been in there for a while. And I have my mixture all blended up. It's a nice light green in color. And I'm just going to pour it into my ice cream maker. One of the reasons that I left the basil in there was because I did want a nice green color. So now this is going to take a while to churn, and as you can see now, it's very liquidy. And then I will come back in a little while. It's going to be very chunky, and then you wait till it's smooth again. So I'll be back. I'm not sure if you can see this, but there are all these little lumps in there. And what you're going to want to do is wait until it's completely smooth, and the lumps are no longer there. So hopefully you can see that. And I'll be back when it's done. So the ice cream is finished. It's all nice and smooth now. It's nice and smooth, no lumps. I have this ice cream container. I have several of these, 2 different brands. One is Sumo, and this, I don't remember the name of this one. It begins with a T, but I will put links to the ice cream containers. They work great for storing your ice cream. Then I just scoop the ice cream into the container. After being keto and dairy-free, I came up with this recipe, and it's absolutely amazing. It's so smooth. It's just delicious. So now I'm going to taste it before I put it into the freezer, and we'll probably have some either tonight or tomorrow night. Oh, look at that. It is so good. It's a very subtle hint of basil. You can't taste it immediately, but there's an aftertaste. This is so good. Enjoy.